We're Roger and Michelle, Romy. For 8 years, we cruised the Thousand Islands on our 40-foot aluminum trawler, and it was amazing. Now we're setting off on a new adventure, the Great Loop. So come aboard. Join us as we travel America's Great Loop and plan a hop over to beautiful Bahamas. In this episode, we leave Ottawa and show you where we anchored down the Illinois River. And we lose our bow thruster, our anchor marker gets stuck in our rudder, and we hit something big.
Coming into the lock, click, 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 bow thruster doesn't work.
Yeah,
But we made it, obviously.
we did, and you're a rock star, baby. You are a rock star.
It's funny how quickly you learn how to drive your boat again when you don't have the modern conveniences of bow thrusters and stuff like that. Yeah, but we made it, and you tied up on the bollard quite nicely, and the boat didn't move, and life was grand.
Yeah, I like those bollards. Actually, they're like super, super easy. Way easier than any of the locks in the Trent Severn, in my opinion.
Yeah, and there's very little current. So the thruster stopped working. Now we have to go to the front, see if there's something stopping it from turning. Let's go.
What are you trying to do?
Turn the prop.
Prop? Okay, on the thruster, yeah.
Well, they turn.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Interesting. All right.
Now I don't know. Now I don't have an idea what's wrong with it. Just started at the electrical, I guess. So losing the thruster was a bummer. It certainly helped stocking the boat, but I still have the rear thruster. I did a couple of tests on it, ran power directly to the thruster motor to make sure that it wasn't the solenoid that was the problem. And so when you apply power directly to the motor should spin. It doesn't spin. So I called Side Shift, and they confirmed my conclusions that our motor is dead. So it's not coming back to life, and there's no way to bring it into a starter motor place to have it rewound, because it's all sort of done in-house at Side Shift back in Canada. They can send me another motor via mail, but we don't know where we're going to be. And by the time we get to somewhere where we're going to have an address, we'll probably dock the boat several times. And I've done it without a thruster before. So I'm going to relearn how to drive the boat without a thruster. And we are going to postpone replacing that thruster probably until we get back to Canada. Because there's really not too much of a need between here and going back to Canada for a thruster in the first place.
For us, because we're anchoring.
For us, because we're anchoring.
We're going to Bahamas.
We're going to the Bahamas.
Hopefully.
We're going to be anchoring there all the time. There's a few, we'll have to still get fuel and perhaps, day docks or something like that. But, I drove this boat for a year without any thrusters. I know I can do it. So we're going to do it.
Okay. But we love our Side Shift thrusters.
Oh, yeah, it's been great. The Side Shift thrusters have worked famously over the past 8 years.
Yeah. We've loved them, honestly.
Yeah.
They're a great product.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened. The back thrusters working like a charm, so nothing wrong with that. It really pushes the boat around, which is great. But unfortunately...
And everything has a life.
Everything has a life. So yeah.
We'll see.
That's where we are. The anchor is really hard to pull up this morning. It could be I haven't pulled it up for some time, or it could be that I'm pulling up a tree at the same time. Chain's going that way.
We used the thruster to bring the back end around, and it did go around. We just don't want to turn the ball's missing, so We don't want to turn the engine on and have it be sucked up in our prop, because let's just say Roger does not want to go in that water. This is completely shitty.
What is
The situation.
Oh, well, it's a good solution here.
Okay.
I reached down and I was lucky to actually hook the rope.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding on to right now, but I tightened the chain too tight. I can't loosen the rope.
Oh my God.
So what we're going to do is you're going to hold this pole that has
Okay.
the rope. I'm going to dump a bunch of chain out.
Oh my God.
Should loosen up
Okay.
the rope, but it's exactly what I thought. It got twisted around the rudder.
Okay.
Just
All right.
a fluke.
I'm coming down to the swim platform.
Awesome.
You get it up every time, baby.
And I'm getting older too, so I wonder if they have a pill for that.
We are in the Piia Lock, and well, in this one there are no bollards to tie to. You just float. So here we are floating. Nice job, Captain.
Kind of wish we had that bow thruster right about. High winds.
Oh yeah, we're in a bit of a wind dead zone. Whoa, spoke too soon. Yeah, it's a little freaky. First time just floating through the lock. Piia Lock. To make my whole wheat cracker bread, it's not quite bread, but it's not quite crackers either. I take 2.5 cups of 100% whole wheat flour, a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a tablespoon of white vinegar, 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil, and 1/2 cup of water warmed up in the microwave. I dump it all together and mix it up in a mixing bowl. You're going to keep mixing it up until it forms a nice little ball. It's a pretty loose ball, but it'll form a ball. And then you're going to take a cheesecloth and you're going to cover it. Okay, covered just like that, and leave it on your counter. Ideally in the sun, it's a little bit better, but at least 2 hours, and it's going to rise a little bit. If it doesn't rise, don't worry about it. Seriously, it doesn't matter. Split that ball into 2. Spread it out into a pan. This is like, I don't know, what is that, 8 by 11 or 9 by 13. Thanks, babe. 9 by 13. I did just rub some vegetable oil around the bottom, make sure it doesn't stick. Spread it thin, thin, thin. That's half a ball of dough. And put it in your preheated oven and watch it. When it looks, you know, like a nice color, like it's crispy but not too crispy, take it out. There you go. Took about 25 minutes in my oven. So check it after 25 and just keep a watchful eye on it. It came out. I cut it into 4 pieces and I'm just letting it cool. Do the same with the other half of dough and cut it into whatever you feel like. 6s, 8s, 4s, doesn't matter. Whatever you need it for. Okay, baby, you have some egg salad on the crackers, but it's really the cracker that you are reviewing today.
Okay, well, let's, well, it can take a load. So I'll try to get more cracker than egg. Really good cracker bread stuff.
Excellent. Enjoy.
Yummy.
Here we are at the LaGrange Lock and Dam, and this is another situation of you just float. Now, he did give us the option to toss us lines on the port side that we would hold down, but Captain Roger said, you know what, I'm gonna float. That's what we're doing.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Well, we're sitting here in the middle of the channel, and we just went over we went over something. You felt it on the bottom of the boat, and I don't know what we hit. Raj, just checking the engine room.
After that thump, count to 15 and then slowly accelerate. I'm going to check on the prop shaft, make sure it's still turning true.
Okay. I hope we're okay. I mean, this water's like, you can't see anything. There was no deadhead exposed. There was nothing. And there are a lot of deadheads actually we're like really watching.
So I went in the engine room and I checked the drive shaft, and it's still turning like it should.
That's good.
So that means a log was, or something was underneath the surface of the water. You can't see down. I was right dead on the track that you're supposed to be on, and it's just bad luck. We hit a log or something.
Yeah, I'm guessing a log. Like, yeah.
And thankfully, we have an aluminum boat.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about cracked fiberglass, because that was a thump. I felt it in my feet.
And we have a major extra aluminum piece all down the front center just for this shit.
Keel ramming bar.
The ramming bar, yeah.
It's awesome. It's huge. It's like this big. It's great. Yeah, so thankfully we have that, and this boat is built like a tank.
Yeah.
that time of month again. Monthly recap of expenses. $2,000 US. Not so bad. $700 in food. $650 in fuel, so about the same. Fuel for the body, fuel for the boat. A couple of one-offs, $250 for sea tow, $150 for the America Great Loop Association people, and the rest is minor compared to the whole thing, so not bad, $2,000. Other fun facts, we did 670 miles in August, which is roughly the same distance we traveled in June and July. So we were making tracks down Lake Michigan, that's for sure. And the only other fun fact we have is in the first 8 years of boat ownership, we put on 186 hours on the engine because we didn't really go there very far. We've done our exploring with other boats. So we had our favorite anchorages in the Thousand Islands. So far, within 3 months, we have 230 hours on the boat. So we put up more hours on the boat in 2.5 months than we have in 8 years of ownership. Running like a charm too. Love it.
I have a book to share with you, a book I wrote on our journey to date because I want to encourage you to live your own Great Loop adventure. So I wrote Half Looped, the story of our loop halfway through America's Great Loop by Michelle Goldstone. In it, I tell you how we prepared and provisioned, what we did, exactly where we anchored, what was great, what was not, and even how much it cost us in the 6 months it's taken us to get here. Get your copy today, available on Amazon. A link is provided in the description. In the next episode, we move on to the upper Mississippi River. Will we still be able to anchor?